I remember sitting in the car one night after getting home from work. Legit money, clean car, no ops to worry about. But for some reason, I'm still checking the rear view mirror like I'm on a mission. Like I still got 4.5 ounces in the trunk of the car. But I said to myself, bruh, who you ducking? Ain't nobody chasing you no more. My body didn't get the memo. But that's when it hit me. Sometimes the war ends, but the soldier in you don't know how to stand down. You ever felt that? Like you made it out, but you still feel like you're stuck in survival mode. Like you're still looking over your shoulder, even though there's no real threat. That's not paranoia, that's programming. It's like your nervous system got stuck in the trap. You could be in the suburbs now. You could be making legit money. You could be raising your son and your daughter. You could be doing everything right. But your mind, your body, it still thinks you're at war. That's why you can't relax. That's why peace feels chaotic. That's why you sabotage good shit. That's why you stay busy, even when you're exhausted, because you don't know how to be still. And it's not even that something's innately wrong with you. You're just conditioned for survival. And nobody ever told you how to reprogram yourself. What if the soldier in you isn't supposed to be fighting forever? What if it's time to trade war stories for wisdom? Because yeah, the war taught you how to survive, but peace is going to teach you how to live. Imagine waking up and not rehearsing every worst case scenario in your head. Not trying to predict who's going to cross you next. Not thinking every delay means a failure. Imagine not passing down that hypervigilance down to your kids. Imagine teaching your daughter what it looks like to be calm, to be steady, to be a man who's not just reacting based off of things that happened in the past, based off of your trauma. That's a real flex. Not just making it out of the streets, but making it out of survival mode. Because truth is, you can't be the man you needed growing up if you stay stuck being a boy that had to survive. Let me tell you what's helping me break this cycle. 1, meditation. Not to be spiritual, but to teach my body what stillness feels like. Every time I sit in stillness or silence, I'm telling myself that I'm no longer stuck in the trap. Number 2 is prayer and walks. Sometimes I'll even do a prayer walk and I'll just talk to God like he's my OG. Like, it's no perfect prayer. I'm just talking. I'm just getting my mind right. Or sometimes I'll just walk. Not really for exercise, but I mean, that helps as well. Where I'm getting in my steps. But just that silence. You know, we have so much stimulation coming at us from left and right. So many things pulling for attention in today's world that when you just get that silence and just get time to think and get clarity, and you just allow God to speak to you. You download with the Most High wants to download into you when you get quiet. And to me, walking has been very helpful for me when it comes to that. Number 3 is working out. Not just for muscles, although, that's cool and all that. But when you push your body in the gym or just working out in general, you teach your body the difference between good stress and panic. That's game most men don't know they need. Take note. Number 4 is learning something new every day. Not just scrolling, not just watching podcasts for entertainment. Spiritual entertainment is what I call it. Where people just watch podcasts and just watch content and don't ever do anything with whatever they feeding their mind with and consuming. But actually learning, reading a book, or watching a podcast or content that's actually going to make you grow. Shit that's actually going to contribute to whatever your goal is. You understand me? Your mind or your brain is actually a muscle. And when you feed it new thoughts, ideas, and content, whether that's conversations, books you read, podcasts, when you feed it new things and ideas, it helps you break out of those old loops. Number 5, watch what you eat. Sounds simple, right? But bro, eat trash, think trash. That gut-brain connection is real. You ever eat some heavy-ass meal before bed and had the worst sleep of your life? Like, that ain't just food. That's your body feeling anxious and your brain coming up with stories to match that feeling. So now for me, I try to have my last meal 2, really 3 hours before bed. So if I know my bedtime is 9 p.m., I'll try to have my last meal at 6 p.m. because that gut-brain connection is imperative, right? We have something from our brain to our gut called the vagus nerve, and it has all types of correlations in between. Do your own research on that, but it's real. Listen, the war is over, but only if you decide to let go. You ain't in the streets no more. You ain't that little boy who's still stuck in survival mode. But unless you retrain your mind and body to believe that, you'll continue to react like you're still there. But with repetition, that can all be changed. So today, start the process. Pause, breathe, reflect. Retrain your nervous system to trust the peace that you prayed for. And before you know it, you'll wonder how you ever lived a different way. You look back at your old self and won't even recognize that person. People won't even recognize who you are. If you felt this, if you felt like it was helpful, download my free Survival to Self-Made guide. It's actually a short 40, 50 page guide, and it's the exact process that I use to go from facing 25 years in prison, from being arrested from 13 all the way to 23 years old, from being a teen parent twice, to now being a 3-time published author and several other things. So like, subscribe, stay true.